Live and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D-Real coming at you with another Be Real with D-Real, where edutainment is what I do. Let's talk about this Thunderbolt Ross versus T'Challa thing, recast. But before we get off into it, let's do what we always do. Comment, like, subscribe, and share to the Be Real with D-Real page. Y'all have been liking and sharing the D-Real, Be Real with D-Real page, and it shows in the subs. And I do so very much appreciate it. Like I said in a previous video, I'm on the way to 1,000. I'm on the way to 1,000. So if you're digging what a brother shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket, comment, like, subscribe, and share the page. All right. The rumor. Just gonna put that out there. Let's keep facts until it's, everything's said and done. It is a rumor that Harrison Ford will be cast in the role of Thunderbolt Ross, replacing the late William Hurt. Not a bad cast as far as casting goes. Can do mean, grumpy, yes. Can do bureaucrat, yes. Can do military, yes. But that ain't the issue, y'all. The issue is the quickness with which either this rumor was put out or feelers were put out to contact Harrison Ford's people and say, hey, this is going to be a cash grab for everybody. Do you want the role? Okay. It could be speculated that that was a decision too that was made in minutes. But to me, and to a lot of other people with eyes and ears and common sense, that was another haphazard decision, because the recasting of T'Challa was not given any consideration at all. And we already know for a fact, according to Kevin Feige, it was too soon to recast. Not that we shall never, ever recast again, but that it was too soon. We know the difference between never, ever and too soon. Too soon means it can happen at a later time. Never, ever, of course, means never, ever. Now, I'm not going to go into his iteration transcends all iterations of the character. Not going to go into that. You know what I'm saying? Suffice to say that your words speak for you. Well, yeah, of course your words speak for you, D, but what does that mean? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Those are words. But most people in the know, most people who are aware that there was a human being who walked the earth by the name of Muhammad Ali, that those words are synonymous with him. Whether he speaks them, or someone else speaks them about him. We know when we hear those particular words in that particular order, we know who we are talking about. We know who's being spoken about. what do Chadwick Boseman's words say about him as a person? He's been in the media a lot. He's been on a lot of people's on a lot of content providers' pages. A lot of them have been talking about Chadwick Boseman. Are there as many people, or do you think there will be as many people talking about William Hurt? Anything he said, any of his quotes, any words that he is associated with. Okay. It could be speculated that the role of General Ross is unexpected leverage. That sword of Damocles, if you will, dangling over the head of Marvel Studios. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you do. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think that it is so much about the two actors as it is the actions that surround them. Okay. William Hurt had 40 plus years of cinematic experience. And in that cinematic experience, he won an Academy Award for Best Actor for Kiss of the Spider-Woman. Anybody who's ever seen it. And he's been nominated for Best Actor 3 other times. Because all of these things happened before a lot of people bitching about his role being recast or not being recast were even born. Okay? So, and I even read in somebody's statement, somebody made a statement on a page regarding it. And if I may, I want to read this comment. It was made on another content provider's page. It wasn't made on my page, but I rock with my content providers. I rock with the folks who rock with me. They don't rock with me, I'll rock with them. But anyway, it was about the recast. About whether Thunderbolt Ross role should be recast. If we're not recasting T'Challa's role, it's hypocrisy. So this individual, I ain't gonna name him because I'm not trying to bust nobody out. Can we not admit that everything else aside, Chadwick and the dude that played Ross, okay, let me take time to find out what dude's name was, were on completely different levels. Yeah. That guy was never a lead in anything of note. Okay. Just because the guy was a lead before you were born does not mean he was never a lead in anything of note. Okay? So we have to bear in mind a lot of the shit that gets said online is opinions. I say like 99% of it is opinions. Opinions are what drive social media. Opinions are what drive the comment section of content providers' pages. I get the argument. Too soon here, not too soon there. It is not apples to apples. This is like apples to a pineapple. Yeah, they both got apple in the name, but they are so different. Again, let me just point out, it's not about the actors. Okay? I am privileged enough to be able to have witnessed William Hurt in movies, you know, like Altered States, Body Heat, A History of Violence. The man has a resume. Go on the Internet Movie Database and look up William Hurt and see William Hurt's body of work. You may have the opinion that it's not as impressive as Chadwick's, or it didn't get the same accolades as Chadwick got, but it's an impressive body of work. If you worked for 40 plus years and was eating well, you had a good career. So for me, it's not a question of who is or who isn't the better actor. It's a question of, if you gonna recast that one, why not recast this one? You know, it's as simple as that. And if you don't, you expose yourself for the hypocrite that you are, Marvel Studios. Okay. And at this point, the gloves are coming on. Okay. I'm not giving no more passes when it comes to that kind of thing. You know, quiet as kept, I really never have. But it's like, if you don't start calling people out on stuff and holding them accountable, you fall into this lull of what I like to call casual indoctrination. And casual indoctrination is just like corporate indoctrination. I'm going to introduce it to you the way I want you to receive and consume it. Not necessarily the way it should be. But like I said earlier in this video, social media is full of opinions. And when you debunk one opinion or one concept, especially when it comes to recast T'Challa, boycott Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, the bar keeps getting raised. Okay? So detractors, anti-recasters, not really listening to anything you have to say anymore, because for the better part of a year, I have yet to hear a substantiated argument, you know, with the sexism and the misogynoir and that we're this and we're that and the other thing. But you can't look at this situation and see, you know, because it's always like, well, why can't you respect the work of the artist? But I do respect the work. And please understand that I would be sitting in the movie theater if I was not ignored for a year, ridiculed for a year, told like I'm fucking Elsa or somebody that I need to let it go. If I had a drop of honey for every time I was told, let it go, I'd have a fucking honeycomb full of honey, a beehive full of honey. That's how much people are saying, let it go. No, you're entitled to your opinions. Everybody's entitled to their opinions. Okay? If you ain't giving me a valid reason why, if you ain't giving me a reason that makes sense why I should let it go, no, I won't let go. Start making sense. Okay? My bottom line, I'm trying to stay on course because y'all make me go on tangents. It's not, and I done said this like three, it's not about sitting William Hurt and Chadwick Boseman's resumes side by side and saying this resume is more impressive, so you get recast. No. If what you are doing for one, you should do for another. If you are recasting actors, why isn't it even on the table? Why can't it even be discussed? You know, simple as that. Why are we fighting over this? Because hypocrisy is hypocrisy. My palm's itching. I must be getting ready to get some money. Oh, I hope so. Why would you even bother? Why? Why would you even bother? To say one person deserves to get recast more than the other, that's not the focus. The focus is we've been asking and 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 giving you all kinds of reasons, reason after reason after reason after reason after reason, scenario after scenario after scenario after scenario that you could use to recast that character. Not only with Thunderbolt Ross are you already immediately considering recast, you already got a choice. William Hurt died in March of this year. Six months. You're already considering recast. 6 months. Marvel is already considering recasting that character. It's been 2 years. And you won't even come to the table and have conversations with people who truly care. If you want to know about recast T'Challa, Marvel Studios, why don't you ask a recaster? Ask someone who is a true, genuine, I believe, and I have more information about T'Challa and love for him than anybody you could find. Ask one of us. Ask people I rock with. Ask people who rock with the people I rock with. Ask one of them about the recast situation. Talk to somebody who knows, people who prove time and again that they have knowledge and experience with regard to the character and its history. Because in the end, T'Challa was created for Black male representation. Period. The one thing that suffers in this current Black Panther movie. I don't know. I mean, yes, give women shine, but not at the expense of men. And that is not a misogynistic view. That is a view of equal representation. Why? And this is something people need to think about. Why are Black men and Black women being pitted against one another when it comes to this recast thing? Think about it. I'll be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Good to each other.